GM. Good morning. We have turn off. There we go. GM guys, recording live from San Jose. We're wearing San Jose Sharks today. Carlson on the back, 65 Carlson. Not performing so well, but they do have the coolest logo, the OG logo. So they are forgiven for always. Let me know how you guys doing. Joe Bluff, I see Joe Bluff is here. Sir Zensalot. Good to see you guys. We have a lot to cover. We are continuing our journey with XENFTs to Moonbeam, Sharks, baby. Wings Crypto is always awake. So yes, we are going to Moonbeam, and we are continuing our circling around the different chains, testing the chains to the limits of what's even humanly possible. We are distress tests, and we have deployed Zen, and also now we deployed the XENFTs on most of these chains, and really see what their capabilities are of handling that traffic and giving people opportunity on all the chains to batch mint Zen. So I have a lot of different stuff that we're going to talk about, but as always, just to be clear, we are going to deploy XENFTs. So with the ticker for the Torrent XENFTs, it's MBZent, and for the Zen stake, it's MBZens. And here you can also see the ticker chart. We're eating up the chart. So this is where we're going to focus this time on MBZen on Moonbeam. And then we're actually going to deploy. It's going to be actually pretty nice because we learned a lot from this, and it's been a lot of fun. And we're still in the era of batch minting. We're still in the era of giving users the ability to batch mint Zen and exposing them to rarity as an option. And it's been awesome, and we are proud, and we absolutely love it. But then we're going to deploy the burn contract. We're going to focus a lot on that together with the Sun Knights after Moonbeam, and that's also going to be very interesting. But let's focus on Moonbeam for now. If you still don't know what we're doing with the what we're doing here and what we're focusing on right now, it's this magical tool, guys. This is absolutely awesome. Good GM Bitcoin. He's hungry. He's hungry. We are batch minting. It's an absolutely amazing product because the protocol in itself, it's immutable. It has no admin keys. It's 100% transparent. But what it does, it issues this XENFT, which in itself is an absolutely amazing innovation. You have an immutable on-chain NFT that is functional, that is dynamic, that is exposing to rarity, that gives the functionality of batch minting Zen. So as an NFT, this is an absolutely amazing product, and this is why we love it, because this stands out, guys. This is real crypto. This is how you do it. This is not some PFP monkey off chain that doesn't do anything but look good. This is something that's awesome. So check out my videos on XENFT and staking XENFTs to know exactly how it works. The rarity charts look like this. We adjusted for the possibilities of the gas limits, and we tried this out on chain as well. So the safe VMU we put to 55, the possible VMU 45 to 55 for Apex, and as always, collector, you can choose one VMU if you want. And here is the power denominators. So here you know exactly how much you need in order to get. You need to do max VMU 55 plus the max number of days in order to get a Centurion. So everything is the same. We just adjusted the possible VMUs. And here is the Sun stake. It's exactly the same. You want to be early to get higher probability in order to get the higher increase of chance to get a rarity number. We're excited. We're excited for deploying on Moonbeam. I really like Moonbeam for many reasons. Now, but to tell you some of them now, let's just see if I can change screen. Bam, bam, bam. So the first thing we have to do, guys, I want to take you on a journey here. The first thing we need to do is talk about Polkadot. Now, I remember when Polkadot came here into the map, as you know, we had the narrative of the L1s emerging last bull market. Polkadot just came out of nowhere, and DeFi summer 2020, for those of you who remember, absolutely amazing times. And it quickly became like a narrative together as a like competable, is that a word, competable narrative for the L1 space with some interesting differentiators from the other chains. So prevalent at the time, it was Ethereum, of course, it was Cardano, and then Polkadot came out of nowhere. This was before even Binance really became a contender as well. But they have very much interesting technology within the Polkadot ecosystem, and the reason why, one of the reasons here, let's check what they say themselves. The envisions is amazing. We envisions a web where our identity and our data is our own, safely secured from any central authority. Yes, we share this vision with you, Polkadotians. Zen's value is very much aligned with this and what they want to do. But the interesting thing, you can go with narratives and you can also look at exactly what they are doing technology-wise in order to solve this. So what Polkadot is doing, they built a chain technology which it's very much focused on interoperability and customization. So they have something called parachains. So they have the relay chain, which is basically the base chain, and then they have all of these different parachains which share the same security from the relay chain, but they can be customized individually for their own individual purpose and their own individual logic. So the idea is that basically is that you as a developer are not limited to only building dApps with smart contracts on an existing chain, and then whatever goes on in the chain goes on the chain. The possibility is that you can build your own parachain and customize it for your individual use case, whether that be DeFi or identity or NFTs or gaming or whatever. So the idea is to give the developers of their own ecosystem more control over what you want to build for that specific use case. So it is interesting, and in their idea, it means better and secure dApps and better freedom for the end user because it's more customized. That's basically in a nutshell, and it's all thanks to this guy, guys, Mr. Gavin Wood. Look at him. Absolutely, I like this picture. Absolutely amazing. This guy is not to be underestimated. This guy is absolutely fantastic because he's not to be underestimated. Why is it so? He was actually part of the first 7. He was part in the early days of Ethereum, co-founder of Ethereum, CTO of Ethereum, and then he spun off and made Polkadot and a lot of other stuff. Charles went off and did Cardano. So he actually is the one who also he came up with the Solidity language, which is the one we use today to build the dApps in the EVM ecosystem and on Ethereum. He coined the term Web3. So he's a true visionary, and he made Solidity. Funnily enough, in the Polkadot ecosystem, the most prevalent programming language is Rust, which is quite funny. But he also made he's a visionary, and he made innovations such as Substrate. Substrate is also the SDK. SDK is the software development kit which allows you, which developers use to build these parachains. But what else? But then the question is, how do you build this bridge to the Moonbeam, to the EVM world? Because it's all about interoperability. So this is where Moonbeam comes in, because it's one of these parachains which connects to the whole. You can't be an isolated chain. You can't just be building your own amazing technology and then that's it. And then yeah, you need to be able to connect to the whole EVM ecosystem as well. And this is where Moonbeam comes in, because it's one of these parachains where you can build anything with Solidity, and it works instantly, just like any other of the EVM chains we're going to. Because guys, so Moonbeam is the EVM capability basically for the whole Polkadot ecosystem. And that's why it's interesting for us to be there, because when we are there, we get sort of an in to the whole Polkadot ecosystem as well. Just as like we are Evmos, and that gives us an in to the whole Cosmos hub, basically. Because guys, you have to remember that it's all about Moonbeam is very interesting. Joseph is in the house. Joseph is in the house. We have Hexicus too. We live rent free in the head. Welcome, Hexicus. Moonbeam is very interesting because, guys, remember this. It is all about interoperability at the end. You can't have a chain isolated from everything else. What's the point? What's the point of building an isolated chain and then convincing everyone else to come to your chain with huge amounts of marketing? It absolutely makes no sense at all. What's your differentiator going to be if you build a new chain? We're going to be fast. Okay, everyone is fast. We're going to be cheap. Everyone is cheap. Not Ethereum, but there's a multitude just in the ecosystems that Zen has been deployed on. We're seeing that chains are fast, chains are cheap. So it's not a differentiator. So what are you going to do to be standing out as a chain? How are you going to attract the users? How are you going to attract the liquidity? It's in interoperability is a key fundamental thing that you have to have that you have to have like solutions for integrated to your chain and to your protocols, because we come from an environment where in order for you to transact, you want to be free with your capital. You want to have your economic energy and want to be able to go anywhere with it. And there's two things that's going to stop that. It's either technology or authority. So technology-wise, why can't I move my economic energy from A to B? Because we come from an environment where we have 2-day settlement times and the banks are not open on weekends. Like, what is that? Why is that? It's because the traditional systems, they're built on layers of bad tech and outdated tech. And these systems are not speaking with each other. So within crypto, we can build systems that are communicating and that are talking to each other. So it's very important that we build these bridges. Another stop is authority. Like someone's going to tell you, you can't move your economic energy from A to B. Like, why? Why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I be able to move my economic energy? So Moonbeam is interesting because it allows us to have connection to the whole Polkadot universe. Now, when it comes to Zen, we are basically, in my opinion, we are, in my opinion, the perfect example of why this EVM world is not only important. We are a good example of why it works. Because look at us, we're actually crushing it on Moonbeam. And this is before XENFTs, guys. Remember this. This is before XENFTs. And we are absolutely crushing it. This is just the last 7 days. So we have in total almost 100,000 transactions just with, 77,000 transactions. MBZen. Because it shows, it's basically saying like, hey, Gavin Wood, look at us. We are here, we're bringing cookies, we're infiltrating your chain with first principles, we're giving your users the ability to interact with protocols that lives up to the first principles, that is transparent, that is fair, that is decentralized, that is with immutable code, with no admin keys, with low barriers to entry. That's basically what we're saying. Hey, Polkadot, hey, Moonbeam, we're coming to you with technology that brings a lot of users. So it's a win-win. We get exposed to the possibilities of your ecosystem, and your users get exposed to the possibility of interacting with the protocols that make sense. So I think it really works. Gavin, come here. Look at our cookies. We share the same visions. We want to play. So I think the connection between Zen, Moonbeam, and Polkadot is very interesting to look at. And don't sleep on Polkadot, guys. It's a very interesting ecosystem. Now, what else I wanted to show you? So let's talk about how you can move your economic energy into the Polkadot ecosystem. Yeah. So here's I tried a little different path in order to do it. What I do really like is Stella Swap, cross-chain swap, which is basically built or using Axelar as an engine in order to transfer value. So here you can transfer Ethereum from ETH directly to Glimmer, GLMR on Moonbeam, and it works very well. It takes like 15 minutes or something like that, but it works very well. Axelar is very interesting technology. It's basically like Stargate, but it has some key differences. We're looking a lot into Axelar these days. We're seeing them more and more, so it's very interesting. And then once you have Glimmer, you can go to BeamSwap. This is a recommendation. You go to BeamSwap, and then you can. We can see. Can we find MBZen? We should be able to. Can't I find it now? Let me check. It should work. It should work, guys. There we go. MBSAM. So you just transact Glimmer to MBSAM, and there you go. Look at this, guys. Look at the chart. This is the down forever coin. Okay, this is the down forever coin on Moonbeam. Look, absolutely crushing it. Since where's the bottom? Where's the bottom? Here, somewhere beginning of February. It panned out, and then it absolutely crushing it. So this is a huge X. I don't know why it doesn't show me the percentages. But yeah, absolutely crushing it on Moonbeam. And we see this pattern on many of the other chains, because the system works, guys. It's difficult to build in when you have in the process of minting Zen. In the process of minting Zen, and then you have all this utility that's being built up. We can see here now. Why is there an uptick? Because people have been sleeping on Moonbeam, even though you still have EEA on Moonbeam, and people have been sleeping on it. They want to participate in getting unicorns, and they buy from the market, and there's not enough liquidity yet. So of course the price pumps. So we're seeing this pattern again and again and again. So it's very interesting, guys. Here we have the Moonbeam Explorer, moonscan.io. So it's the same structure as Etherscan. So it's very nice. We can get a lot of useful information. So let's look at some of the data. If we have this data, guys, we might as well look at it. Here we can see the unique addresses chart. So this is another example of where we in Zen have a huge effect on the chain. This is probably October 17th. Call me conspiracy theory, but I think this is exactly when we launched Zen on Moonbeam. So it's very nice that we can have this effect and give this chain a lot of users. Average gas price, you can see this is also something like, is there any irregularities? We can see that the GUI is around here, 150 to 100 on a normal day. We're going to see what the effect would be on us. And I think you can also go to let's see if I have it. Yeah. You just do moonscan.io dash gas tracker, and you can see how the way is moving. Here we have XENFTs, Zen Batch Minter, 32%. Wow, people people are minting Zen a lot. What else? What else? Let's see some what can be interesting to look at actually. Unique addresses, gas limits, daily used. Yeah, go in here, guys, and have a little look. Daily transactions from August. Okay. Yeah, let's move on. I'm still dreaming, guys. I just woke up. I'm still dreaming about fluffy ponies and world dominations. As always. Yeah, we have Hexicans and Sinians in the chat. Oh. I have invested a lot on Moonbeam. I believe in Moonbeam, so I will mint a lot of Sunicorn on it as much as I can. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I think it makes sense. So let's look at this. We have also on DAppRadar, we can see, it's always good to go into DAppRadar to see what dApps are being used in this ecosystem. So we are probably going to deploy these NFTs on Tofu NFT. Tofu NFT is one of the biggest NFT marketplaces on Moonbeam. It's not really a big thing with NFTs on Moonbeam, I think. You also have Moonbeams and NFT Trade. I think, in my opinion, we talked to the Moonbeam guys, the team guys. They're awesome, super nice people, very communicative, been very supportive of Zen. And they give us a lot of good information, etc. So we love the Moonbeam guys. Go to Zenpedia, guys. You have some interesting documentation, etc. So let's look at the where we are. Yes, we are Moonbeam. We have a global rank of 3 million only. A max term days of 425. But look at this, guys. Don't sleep on this. You get 6.7% with the EAA. So people haven't minted a lot here, but that's also a good opportunity. When does Moonbeam this NFT launch? It launches tomorrow, 4 p.m. PST. Check the Telegram, guys, the XenCrypto Telegram, because that's where in the pinned messages. That's where we give all the updates on the on times, etc. And also when we launch, go to the Telegram, because we do a voice chat an hour and half an hour before, just to make sure everything is all right. And there we also give the updates of what's happening and if are some issues. But we're hoping that we're going to have such a smooth launch as we had with Evmos. Super smooth. Everything worked perfectly. You can also check the contract on Moonscan to see all the transactions of XenCrypto. You can also go into the token and you can check the holders. This is also pretty interesting to see, like, how many holders are even qualified to have even the possibility of getting a unicorn. So you can see it's not a lot of holders that have even the possibility to get a unicorn. So it will be very interesting to see how it works. Check also Zen.fyi so you get an idea of it's a hard agent. Yeah, we live rent free in this ecosystem's head many times with Sun, which is pretty funny. We have we can see here on Moonbeam, it hasn't been, and I'm very interesting to see these comparisons, like why some people are choosing chains over the other. Ethereum is, of course, like, it makes a lot of sense from a lot of different reasons to mint there, because it's the biggest universe, it's the biggest ecosystems. But the fact that we deployed Zen, Torrent, and all these other chains, and it's the same contract, it gives opportunity to get good metrics when minting. But then at the end, it's of course always a question which is very complex, like, what's the value of Zen on these different chains? And of course, the value depends a lot on the chain's ecosystem as well. the liquidity that's there, the amount of users, and et cetera, et cetera. So but it's interesting to compare for sure, absolutely. Let's go to also here. Here we have Zen.pub. Let's update because Joseph works 24/7. He's probably made new updates here and there. Here you can have all the data, guys, on Moonbeam. And also, I want to check. He made this new XENFT dashboard, which is pretty cool. Yeah, look at this. This is awesome. Here we can see. Why is this? Okay, awesome. He made it red because it's full. This is pretty interesting. Here we can see these NFTs, guys. The unicorns, they are becoming very hard to get right now. They are becoming very hard to get. So on Binance, they are gone. On Ethereum, they're gone. On Ethereum POW, they're gone. On Phantom, they're gone. On Polygon, they're gone. This is girl, it's just testing it. On Evmos, we launched yesterday. There's only 6 left. There's only 6 left, guys. So it's getting harder and harder and harder to get these. Avalanche, I'm not really sure. It doesn't seem like people really like this chain a lot. It doesn't seem like Xenians want to go there for whatever reason. But it's very interesting. What else? Do we have something to say on the burning? I hope Web3 is going to integrate the other chains as well, and some turbo as well. I think they're working on it. Because all of these different sites, they have their own kind of value. And again, we talked about this last time. Look at the estimated supply. It reduced by 125 trillion when they updated it. So it means that the supply, the estimated supply based on the current metrics for the last 30 days shows that the supply in 8 years will be 420 trillion. So again, we can really see oh, sorry guys, I didn't update my, here we can see it. So again, I want to emphasize this point because it's so very interesting, because the difficulty of mining, it changes with parameters that's the change the variability of gas. And as utility builds up, we can see this is the effect on only Torrent basically, and it's eating up the pie chart. It's eating up the pie chart. It's because the Suno and AVAX is too expensive. XM price is too high. Yes, that is of course a very good and obvious point. Oh yes, let's see. Can I? Oh yeah, nice. Okay, so I also wanted to show you. Let me know if there's any questions, guys, on Moonbeam. But we're very excited to go there. Let's check the. We have to go to the network. Yeah, I have some more interesting stuff to show you. Here we go, guys. Here's the timer. The timer is live. So 1 day and 6 hours. That's when we deploy Torrent and Stake. And as always, we deploy them at the same time. So be ready, guys. Be ready for minting unicorns and also Stake. But now I want to show you something else. Yeah, here. So, oops. Early morning. Oh, Joseph says, you can sort by burn to see how much I was burned in total. Ooh, he implemented it. Okay, let's look at it first. Oh, nice. Oh, okay, this is very good. This is very good. Look. Go to send.pub, guys. Here you can see how much it's burned of the total supply. 16. So for instance, on Ethereum, 14% of 10 trillion, if I read that correctly. 35% on POW of 29. So the yin yang effect is absolutely amazing. It works exactly like the charm. It's super cool. And this is on many of these chains, apart from Ethereum. It's not us. We also have DBZen that's been burning. They're launching on, I think they just launched while I was asleep on Ethereum as well. So and I hope it went well. I hope it went well. They've been absolutely crushing it. So they deployed the DBZen on all the chains that we're on right now. We're gonna have a stream with them next week. We're excited about that. We're gonna go through the depth like we did with Phoenix and see what it's all about and go through the game theory and talk about it. And there it's also interesting because then we can talk about a lot of stats. Yeah. This is thank you, Yusuf, for bringing this. This is very useful information. I also want to talk a little bit about something that we're going to focus on next, and it's the Zenites. So as you know, we're all about interoperability, and we want to go outside of the EVM world as well. So we want to go into the Bitcoin ecosystem, the Bitcoin universe. And ordinals is a narrative. Check my video on ordinals where I break it down and why I explain how it works and also why it's a thing. And I think it can even be so powerful. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be. Please tell me if you disagree. I don't see any reason why it wouldn't be so powerful to be one of the narratives that's going to be a driving force into the next bull run as well. But it's very interesting. And of course, we want to tap into that. So our first project, we made it super easy. We want Xenians to get a Taproot ID, to get a wallet that's Taproot enabled. And that's basically all you have to do. And then download Sparrow Wallet, guys. I know you can do it. I know you're diligent enough to do it because Bitcoin has the UTXO model. And it differs from the account model on Ethereum. So with the UTXO model, you have inputs and you have outputs, and the addresses are constantly changing. So you need to understand the UTXO model of Bitcoin. You need to, and that's why I like Sparrow, because it's been around for a long time. It's open source. It's very good when it comes to security. And in the wallet, it's a bit complex the first time you see it, but in that wallet, you really see the flows of transactions. You can also download like a web app enabled wallet, like MetaMask, similar, like Xverse or something like that. And it's more like user friendly. But if you're new to Bitcoin, you don't really understand how the flows works. So that's why I really recommend Sparrow, because there you can see you have the UTXOs, you have the transactions, and you can see the flows of transactions when you have input, transaction happening, and outputs. And you can also, if you know what you're doing, and maybe we should cover it, it's not ordinal aware in that you can see it, but if you know that you need to right click this UTXO, you can go to Ordinal Explorer, such as ordinals.com, and just copy that transaction output. So you can visually see it as well. So that's like one extra step you have to do, but I recommend it because it gives you more control of what you're doing. So this is going to be the first project, Zenites, and we already see now it's live because on testnet 5, I'm posting it in the chat. On testnet5.zen.network, you can go in and you can start bidding. If you have, we deployed it on X1. So if you have XM to pay for transactions, and if you have Zen, then you can place a bid. So you just choose your bid, and why is this? Okay, this is the wrong wallet. I have to show you on this one. Can you see this? Yeah, exactly. So let's. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. It's super fun. So we did this as a test net. So what's wrong with this? I think it's 2 days, 9 hours. But oh wow, we're seeing a lot of bids come up. So basically what you're doing is you just, someone bid it on testnet 254 million. So you just take like 1,000, and then here you put in your taproot.s, and then you place the bid. So just approving this transaction, and you have to approve it first, and then you have to go ahead and bid on it. So basically you just need to have this receiving address, receiving Bitcoin address, and then you can place a bid. And the winners after 72 hours of auction will get a ordinal. So I ended up somewhere here. I think I haven't bid as much as these guys, but it's super fun. It's a very fun auction style. Anyway, do you have any questions, guys, about Moonbeam? Yeah, also check out DBZen, guys. dbzen.org. They're launching on Ethereum today. We're gonna dig down deep in them next week, but very happy for the launch. Oh, I also found this. Someone created a Zen crypto merch store. We're seeing it more and more. It's quite fun. Here you can go and get some t-shirts and hoodies and stuff like that. Zenmerch.store. Awesome. This looks cool. I also saw another guy making a t-shirt that was super awesome. I tweeted it. What's this? Okay, we're ready for Christmas next year. Yeah, it's quite fun. Yeah, guys, let me know if you have any questions about the Moonbeam. Any questions about Moonbeam? Very, very excited to go there next. Otherwise, let's cut it right here so it becomes a short video. I hope you're well, guys. I hope you have an amazing day. Let me know in the chats if you have any questions. Go to the Telegram group, and we're hoping that we can make a strong finish on the deployment of the Torrent, of the batch minting protocols. With Moonbeam, and then we enter sort of a new era. But we still have to do some burn, and that's going to be very interesting as well. So yeah, guys, I'm gonna drink some coffee, wake up, then I'm gonna hit the gym, do some push-ups, and yeah. Have a great day. Have an amazing day. Goodbye.